Hello and welcome back to another edition of Raw Out of 10 right here on the Wrestled Debate. And this show included fucking Christian wrestling match on Monday Night Raw in 2020. What even is this company anymore? I have no idea. So the show started off with Randy Orton in the ring reviewing his win against Edge on the weekend. About how he humiliated him and how he sent him to the hospital. He said Edge won't be cleared until July of 2029, the 9 years Edge was out for. Orton was interrupted by Christian, who tried to defend Edge, but was ultimately challenged to one more match, an unsanctioned match. Orton demanded an answer from Christian by the end of the night. I actually enjoyed this. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Orton is just like a sadistic little twat right now, and I love that side of Orton. He's producing some of his best work in years. So this was brilliant, and I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Then we got Kevin Owens defeating Angel Garza. After Andrade caused the distraction, causing Garza to get hit by a stunner by Owens and lose the match. After the match, Selena Vega scolded them and told them to start working together again. I didn't like this. How many times have we seen this exact same segment? Andrade and Garza and Vega just look like a pair of goofs. And it's really not going anywhere, so I'm going to give it a 5.75 out of 10. Then MVP talked to Bobby Lashley about Lana costing Lashley his match against Drew McIntyre at Backlash. Lana interrupted, argued with MVP, who called her a thought. Lana told her that his career started going downhill when he married Lana, and he wants a divorce. Good. Hopefully we can move on from this story now and Lashley can become a decent competitor again. I fully support this decision, so I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. Then the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders, defeated Tozawa's Ninjas. This was set up when Tozawa and a group of ninjas once again interrupted the Viking Profits backstage and demanded a sequel to their fight at Backlash. Ivar and Montez Ford simultaneously pinned ninjas after a pair of frog splashes. After the match, Tozawa challenged them to fight the Super Ninja, the 7'3" one or whatever he is, stupid height. But the Viking Profits were bailed by for some reason. The Big Show then came out and punched some ninjas. I have no idea what to say. Nice to see Big Show, I suppose. But why on earth did you have these guys lose against, well, basically joke tag teams? 5 out of 10. Just shocking. Shocking. What the hell even is this? And then Seth Rollins came to the ring to respond to rumours that Dominic Mysterio was coming to Raw to confront him tonight. Rey Mysterio, wearing an eye patch, appeared on Zoom again. And he told Rollins that if he put his hands on Dominic, he'd end Rollins. And Rollins said that Murphy and Austin Theory were already looking for Dominic, but not very well apparently. As Dominic jumped in from behind, Murphy and Theory ran to the ring to help him, but Dominic hopped the rail and escaped. I really enjoyed this. Good to see Rollins get upstaged, and Dominic actually do a bit of in-ring action. Didn't look too bad. Great feud progressor. 6.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed this. MVP and Bobby Lashley challenged Drew McIntyre and R-Truth to make their advertised tag team match a winner-take-all match for both the 24/7 Championship and the WWE Championship. Truth accepted on his team's behalf, then later revealed that he'd gone to management to make sure only one title was on the line, and that of course was the WWE title. Christian then accepted Randy Orton's challenge, wowzers, and then we got the most random match of all time. The Iconics defeating Natalya and Liv Morgan after Natty and Liv argued about who should start the match. Then there was a distraction. Natty rolled them up to get about a 5 count, and then the Iconics hit their move to get the 1, 2, 3. And then after the match, the Iconics challenged Bayley and Sasha to a women's tag title match either tonight or next week. 6 out of 10. Nothing really to say. Ric Flair then wanted to know what next for Charlotte. I don't really know why they had to do this backstage. She's your daughter. Just give her a call. Charlotte wooed. Then we got the US champion Apollo Crews defeating Shelton Benjamin. Earlier in the night, MVP offered representation to Crews. Benjamin tried to pin Crews with his feet on the ropes but got caught, so Crews rolled him up and held the ropes himself to win the match. I didn't mind this actually. Glad Crews rejected MVP, as I think he's good as a face. And yeah, good to see Crews get a bit of cheating involved. Makes him look like a more legit champ who's willing to go to extra lengths. So I'm going to give this a 6.5 out of 10. R-Truth was then briefly confronted by Akira Tozawa and the Ninjas, including a ninja referee. Wow. The Big Show is now an honorary member of the Viking Prophets and had the bright idea that Street Profits and Viking Raiders should have a wrestling match for the Raw Tag titles on next week's show. Wow, this bloke's a genius. Then we got MVP and Lashley v R-Truth and McIntyre for the WWE title in the middle of the show on a random episode of Raw. McIntyre hit MVP with a Claymore kick and of course had the match won, but tagged in Truth. Truth and McIntyre then hit the old Midnight Express rocket launcher on MVP to win the match. After the match, the champions posed together. This was nice, I suppose, but kind of made Lashley and MVP look like a bunch of dorks, so I'm only going to give it a 6.25 out of 10. It was then announced Rey Mysterio will return next week, which is good because I'm excited to see where the Dominic stuff goes. Then Ric Flair tried to talk Christian out of fighting Orton. I think that's a good idea. Fortunately, Christian refused though. Then Bayley and Sasha Banks made an appearance to celebrate Bayley's birthday. They were interrupted by the Iconics, who challenged them again. Banks and Bayley told them to not feel special just because they won a short match. Peyton slapped Sasha in the face and Bayley accepted the challenge. This match will happen next week on Raw. Not going to grade this. Hopefully we can just get this out of the way. But then the problem is you've got no challengers. But I'm fully expecting Banks and Bayley to retain. Next up, in the Raw Women's Championship match, Asuka defeated Nia Jax, a rematch from Backlash, of course. Jax hit a Samoan drop, but Asuka got her foot under the rope to break the pin. Jax responded by shoving the referee for doing his job, and then Asuka rolled up Jax, and the ref fast counted to pin. At least we got a definitive finish this time, and I actually like seeing referees have a bit of character, so I'm going to give this slightly above average and a 6.25 out of 10. And then we got our main event, Randy Orton defeating Christian. Before the match began, Ric Flair came to the ring and once again tried to keep Christian from fighting Orton. Christian once again said he had to do this, so Flair low-blowed him to try and stop the match, I suppose. Even though he should have just checked the time and realised there's only 5 minutes of TV time left. Orton immediately punted Christian and pinned him. After the match, EMTs attempted to take Christian away on a stretcher, while a conflicted Orton screamed at him about why he just did that and why it's his fault. I really love this. Sadistic Orton, I said this is the best, and he's just been brilliant recently. 7.5 out of 10. Overall, Raw this week is getting a 6 out of 10. There were some good points in the show, like the Randy Orton and Christian stuff, but most of it was just crap. I think of the Ninjas, Kevin Owens, Angel Garza, just some random stuff like the Drew McIntyre thing, which didn't really have a place in the show. It was just a very odd show. Bad for the most part, but there were some good parts. But anyway, guys, that is it for today. Thanks very much for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments below about the latest episode of Raw. Subscribe to the other channels on screen right now. And my link to Twitter is in the description below for daily wrestling news. So make sure you follow that. Thanks for watching. Bye.